Hi, welcome to today's reading. This reading is impromptu. I wasn't planning on doing any readings. I've had a couple of weeks off. I've had a big birthday. I've got lots of things happening in my private life, and I was just taking some time to rest, but I was cleaning the showers this morning, and what I was hearing, and I often get big downloads when I'm cleaning the showers. Essentially, I have a water moon, and when I'm in and around water, and this might be relevant for you, when I'm in and around water, I receive really, really clear messages. And the message that I got was, it was a fancy dinner with an ulterior motive. And then I kept hearing, you were the sacrifice, you were the sacrifice. So I'm going to pull some cards on it. I'm going to see where we go. I want to get an overall energy. What is this about? Now, at the moment, Saturn is in Pisces. So, okay. What wants to come out there? The Ten of Pentacles and the Hangman. You were the sacrifice. At the moment, Saturn is in Pisces. Pisces are spirituality. Saturn, the karmic lessons that you learn. And I'm not sure if it's still in retrograde, but it has been. So it's a looking back on the things that you have learned from the past, the spiritual lessons that you have learned from the past, the Ten of Swords, how you have been backstabbed, betrayed in the past. And from those lessons that you learn, what are you doing? How are you making plans to remove yourself from situations that no longer serve you? And we've got a helicopter going over the top. Getting out of there. Removing yourself from situations that no longer serve you. Now, swords are the mind, and Ten of Swords is the ultimate betrayal. That's the sun in Gemini. That's somebody who, Gemini is about communication, but Gemini is also the twins. It's about somebody who says something to your face, but then says something behind your back, or presents themselves one way, but as I said, has an ulterior motive. And you were the sacrifice. So this is somebody that sacrificed you before. And I think you've gone back up to the table. And why would that happen? Because, as I said, Saturn has been in Pisces, and it's about having a look at the people around you that no longer serve your spiritual growth. Almost a clearing out. And I don't know if you're doing this at the moment, but I'm finding at the moment I'm just going through cupboards and just throwing away things that I thought I needed, but no longer align with who I am. Even, as I said, a week ago, I turned 50. And everybody was going on about, oh, you're going to have a big party, all of these things. I had my husband, my 2 kids, my daughter-in-law, and a friend who flew up from Sydney, who I've been friends with since I was 21. And it was the most perfect night. I couldn't have wanted anything more, because I have removed anything that doesn't align with me on a spiritual level. And so this is the Two of Wands here. The Two of Wands is about somebody making plans. The Two of Wands is Mars and Aries. Mars is an action card, and Aries is the Emperor. So it's actions that you are taking based on the wisdom that you have learnt from the past. Now, I would love to see the Chariot card, because a balanced Emperor drives a chariot, and a balanced Emperor is somebody that is a combination of wisdom and action. So maybe in the past, you went along, you did things, you accepted what was being given to you, but then it actually turned out that it was a ruse. A ruse. A ruse? Is it a ruse or a ruse? It was a ruse. It was all a lie. And so now you're making plans to march yourself the hell out of there, to remove yourself, to put up boundaries. And what's actually happening is, when somebody who has had you under their thumb, under their finger, recognizes that you are starting to move away, they start to play the game harder. And that was the message I was getting. It's a fancy dinner with an ulterior motive. Now, we can look at this in terms of what's playing out at the moment on the world stage, because this energy is playing out on all the different, everybody's even, everybody's on the same level, but I'm saying on all the different levels of society. So if you look at, the big peace thing that went on the other day in the Middle East, it was a ruse. It was something shiny, a make it all better kind of thing in order to keep people trapped in a narrative, to keep them mentally trapped in a narrative. And there is a major player, because in that instance, and I don't know whether you've watched the speech by the orange man, the orange president, I'm not going to use his name. But in that, he thanked a particular woman that was sitting up in the parliament. Not somebody that was a government official, but somebody who was a campaign backer for his campaign, and obviously has ties into her own objectives in the Middle East, and had thrown a lot of money at it. You've caught wind of something and somebody's trying to keep it covered up. And so they're schmoozing. They're schmoozing you. They're schmoozing you because they need to keep you trapped. And what I want to say here is that anything that they've done before is tenfold, is going to be tenfold now. This is really your time to, as I said to you, I've had weeks and weeks of just being solitary, being in my own mind, being in my own thoughts, being the master and the champion of my own thoughts. Because when other people walk their, that's a saying, when other people walk their muddy boots through your mind, it keeps you trapped. Let's put that there. It's on the bottom. Yeah, the hangman, it keeps you trapped. This hangman card is about somebody being stuck, right? They're strung upside down. Well, a sacrifice. But the hangman card is also a card of Neptune. And Neptune is you going down to the depths and looking at things from a different perspective. It's about recognizing the repeating patterns in the behavior of people that are around you, and knowing that as you start to move away, they are going to sink their hooks in further. Queen of Cups. It's about using your intuition. That's the intuition card. Okay, let's get... This is my Divine Messages deck. Remain calm at this time. And Mastery. 10 to the end. We've just had the 10-10 portal. What is the date today? The 15th, I think it is. Or the 16th. Let me check. It's the 16th of October. Remain calm at this time. You've got this. What Spirit is saying is that you have mastered. And the most difficult period of time is when you are about to step into something new. But to step into something new, you have to almost break the shackles of the old so that you can have that new growth. You've done the work. This is saying you've done the work. Okay, let me get an angel. Who is walking with you? Wow, that's beautiful. 4 and 3 is a 7. Protection from your enemies. Anybody on a spiritual journey? And we've got 25 under. So we've got 2 7s here. Spiritual wisdom and magic. That's the Magician. That card is the Magician. And number 43 is the 5 of Cups. So you're walking away from things that no longer serve you. The 5 of Cups in the original drawing of the tarot is 3 cups that have fallen over. So a celebration. This shiny dinner that wasn't all as it seemed. Guy with his head bent down. Upset that, you know, maybe in the first instance you didn't see it. But now you've mastered. You can see. That gives you protection. It's almost like a cloak of invisibility, because nobody's in your mind but you. And you are, I'm getting this laser sight focused. I don't know if that's the expression. Laser sight focused, protection from your enemies. Because you've caught a whiff of what's actually gone on here. And you can remove yourself from this situation, knowing that they're potentially going to come back at you with something that's going to draw you back in, or something that's going to keep, I've got that image of quicksand, something that's going to keep your feet stuck in the mud. Let me get some information on this angel. So this angel protects people who are in battle. in military battle. It's the angel of war and helps people through their use of arms. Well, what you're actually armed with is in your intuition. And if on the bottom was the magician card. Now, the magician card is the master manifester, but the magician card comes after the fool in the tarot. So the fool is a new beginning. And the magician, because he's holding something from each of earth, air, fire, water. You often hear people saying he's got all the tools that he needs. Well, he's got those tools because he's learned the spiritual lessons, and now he can pull those tools out and use them, intuitively use them, as a way of protecting himself. This angel may be called upon for the destruction of the enemy and the deliverance from bondage. As I was starting this reading, I was getting that K-pop Demon Hunters song, Free. Soul Guardian, for those born 2 p.m. to 2:20 p.m. Moral Guardian for those born the 1st of May, the 12th of July, the 22nd of September, the 3rd of December, and the 13th of February. Physical Guardian for those born the 16th to the 20th of October. Well, what's today? It's the 16th. There's something happening right at this very moment in time. Now, my readings are timeless, so whenever you stumble across this, you are meant to find it. But the fact that that card aligns with today's date means that it's an energy that's at play in the collective at the moment. Now, before I pull some more cards, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. A bit about me. First, I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I pick up on energy prior to a reading. Whenever you stumble across this reading, you're meant to find it. Your guides, your angels, deliver messages to you at a point in time where you require a specific piece of the puzzle for the spiritual journey that you are on. All of the decks that I use on my channel are my own designs because I'm also an illustrator. If you call to any of those, the links can be found in the description box. Now, because this is a spiritual journey, I want to get something from my travel deck. I'm going to get two cards. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, that is a little chapel that was in Greece. And we were just walking through the streets of Greece. This is my travel deck. When I was 21, actually, my friend that was at my birthday, who flew up for my birthday, we met in Greece. And I just took all these photos of all things on an old style camera before mobile phones. And I've just had it made into a deck, all the places that I visited. This little chapel was literally no bigger than the size of your laundry. It only fit one person in there. It's a solo spiritual journey that you're on. You're not meant to you can be going with people if they're going to the same place as you, but if somebody in your life is not aligned anymore with the path that you want to take, you are the only person that can remove them. And if you're having trouble doing that, I believe God will help. So things will fall away. You might lose a job, or you might lose a contract, or you might, I'm going to say, have a car accident. Not that I would wish that upon anybody, but maybe your car doesn't align with where you are spiritually anymore. And I say that from a, maybe it was costing heaps to maintain. Maybe the insurance was huge. Maybe it was taking up heaps of fuel. And all of that income on your soul's journey needs to actually be put towards something that is going to nurture your soul. But you've got to take the steps. You've got to take the steps. That's in Prague. Okay. Wants to come there. That's in Amsterdam. I'll put that there. Okay, let's get some cards for you. The energy around you, these people around you, this table that's been set where you are meant to come and sit down, or the intention is that you come and sit down, but you're not aligning with this anymore. You're seeing through the veneer is what I just heard. The energy around you. Yeah, it looks great. 6 of Wands. It looks great. Give me a second. I've just got something that's fallen on the floor. Going round and round and round in circles. You're not aligning anymore. As part of a deck I'm creating at the moment, just doing some illustrations. Going round and round and round in circles. You're meant to swim the other way. This is a shallow victory. The 6 of Wands is Jupiter in Leo. And when we think about Leo energies, we think about people in power, often people in leadership positions. Spinning a wheel, because Jupiter is the wheel of fortune. Spinning a wheel, but it's for their benefit, and you're being served up. This is you. Oh. Tried to come out. I'm going to shuffle again. That was the Star. Healing. You're being pointed somewhere else. You think of the Star, North Star. Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Pentacles is Uranus in Virgo. She is single, independent, free. As an archetype, she's somebody that builds her own wealth, does her own thing, doesn't need other people to do it. But it's Uranus in Virgo, and Virgo is healing. Virgo is the 9th month of the year. And as I'm sitting here, I've got like a little weed in my garden. And it's, I don't know, it's like a dandelion, but it's got purple flowers. But all the flowers have died, and it's got the white seeds that you blow and they all fly everywhere. I don't know what that's called. But the wind has picked up and they're all flying everywhere. You're going to be stripped bare. And maybe somebody's actually going to, maybe somebody's trying to keep a hold of your wealth, but you're actually going to be stripped bare. What you've actually built is going to be stripped bare. I'm just watching them all fly away. It's almost like all the good work that you've done, all the good work that you've done is for naught, is for nothing. That's a journey card. All the good work that you've done is for nothing. I just heard bare bones. They're going to strip you to your bare bones. What's happening in your soul? Disappointment. The 4 of Cups. That's the moon in Cancer. I just heard, what am I still doing here? And so I ask that question to you. What are you still doing there? Why are you still trapped in that situation? Is it a fear of change? Is it a fear of leaving something familiar? Is it a fear of the unknown? Is it a fear of judgment? What is it that's holding you? And only you will know. And potentially disappointment is, disappointment in yourself. That maybe you've been played again. Judgment on the bottom. Okay, the message from the man upstairs. Oh, okay. The Tower. Now you can take that 2 ways. And as I said before, you're either bringing the Tower down because you've recognized the repeated play that's in your life. You've used your intuition, you've mastered a situation, and somebody's gone all in terms of trying to keep you stuck, and or God is about to pull the Tower down. It's almost like a little bit of divine assistance. That's Mars energy. Okay, and the outcome. Whoa, the Ace of Cups. That's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it's a new beginning. It's a spiritual new beginning. It's spiritual alignment, I want to say. And look, we've got the Judgment card on the bottom again. Now, I am going to do a separate reading on it, but this Judgment card has been coming through in messages that I've been receiving for the last probably 4 weeks in and around the painting, the Last Judgment painting on the Sistine Chapel wall, which sits behind the altar. So the sacrifice. In that painting, Michelangelo painted himself into that painting, being held by Saint Bartholomew. Now, Saint Bartholomew was a saint who was flayed alive, skinned alive. Let me see if I can find the picture. I'll have to do it in a way. So he's being held by Saint Bartholomew, and it's literally his skin. The Feast of Saint Bartholomew is August 24. The feast honours Saint Bartholomew, one of the 12 apostles of Jesus, reflecting on his contributions to the early Christian church and unwavering faith. So it was a feast. Like, I'm talking about a dinner here. So I'm just thinking about Saint Bartholomew. Somebody's under your skin. Somebody's gotten under your skin. Somebody's trying to get under your skin. Because of a spiritual alignment that you are going through. And we did have, on the bottom of that deck, we had the Hangman, which is an epiphany, which is an aha moment. You know what? You don't align with me anymore. You can't keep me trapped anymore. I'm not going to play your games anymore. Okay, let's get, let's do this one. The Six of Wands. This is these people around you that it's like a big lavish party and it's all a ruse or a ruse. The Nine of Wands. The dam's about to break. It's a cover-up. It's a cover-up for something. And the Page of Cups. The Nine of Wands sometimes gives me that standing behind, waiting for something all to fall down. It's the illusion of this. But it's being presented innocently in this beautiful exterior. Look what we did. Look what we're doing. Look what, you know, if I think about what's happened, you know, the peace deal in the Middle East. Look what we've done. But it's all, like, it's holding up a dam of lies and untruths that's all about to come crashing down. You. Here, have a drink. Sit down, relax. Yeah, you tweak to it. The Hermit. You tweak to it. You are well aware, mastery. You are well aware of what's going on. And maybe you are making yourself single, independent, free to protect what you've built. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Whoa. This is another card of Uranus. Uranus and Aquarius. That's take no prisoners. You can't fool me. And Aquarius is, I see through your dirty lies. I see through your dirty lies. Because Aquarius is the rebel. And we've got Pluto here, Judgment. Pluto in Aquarius is the 20-year transit that is currently happening at this particular moment in time. It is a time in history, it happens every 250 years, where we see this major revolutionary change. The wheels turning, the big Leo energies that are in power actually being toppled by the people, because Aquarius is the people. You can't hold this mask any longer, even though what you're presenting to me looks nice and looks the part and everybody's happy and blah, 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 blah. There's a hidden agenda and you've tweaked to it. Two queens here. The Four of Cups. Oh, wow. That's the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. You tweak to it. The Five of Pentacles. You are taking a hold of the wheel. That's what's happening here. And they know it. I just heard you need to have eyes in the back of your head at the moment. Yeah. The Five of Wands. The battle. This is the message from the man upstairs. beautiful world. You're at the end of this cycle. That is the last card in the tarot, 21. Judgment and the world. That starts you on a new journey. Takes you back to number 1, Fool's journey. But the Fool's journey is a new beginning and a spiritual beginning. A new spiritual alignment with people that align with you on a spiritual level. No more disappointment. That's really beautiful. And the King of Wands, which is a card of action. I'm just going to get another one on that. Healing. You are pointed to your North Star. That's what that is. Because you've done the work. You've mastered. Okay, the Ace of Cups here. Yeah, look at that. So we've gone from a 2 to a 3. The 3 of Wands is taking flight. That song, Free. Let me look up the lyrics. We could be free, free. We can't fix it if we never face it. Let the past be the past till it's weightless. That's flying. Flying free. And we've got Gemini. That's the Lover's card. Now, you know, we could be talking about somebody that you're moving towards as part of a spiritual alignment, but the Lover's card used to be called the Choice card. It's a decision that you are making that brings you into alignment with your spiritual path. Whether that is bringing you into alignment individually, which is what should happen first, but that then potentially brings you, if you're looking for that, that then brings you into alignment with potential romantic partners, with other people from your soul tribe, your soul family. King of Cups. But in order to do that, you have to have gone down to the depths. The King of Cups is Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is the bottom of the ocean. Pisces is spirituality. And you have to have gone down to the spiritual depths, tapped in through this Hermit here, on the spiritual journey that you're on, in order to cut out the noise, I want to say. Okay, let me get you a Mother Mary card. Ooh. Oh, that's beautiful. Rosary beads. Devotion. Something that you have been hard at work at. Something, a soul path that you have been devoted to. Rosary beads. And that's beautiful actually, because my birthday, which is October 7th, is, and that was last Tuesday, is Our Lady of the Rosary, October 7. Eternal flame, illumination. Something's lit up inside of you and you are now walking towards it. How beautiful. And the Annunciation Lily, immaculate purity. What I get from that is, strawberry in flower and fruit. Why did that one come out? I'm just going to, that's obviously there for a reason, a message for somebody. In flower and fruit. The Annunciation Lily, immaculate purity. You have purified your thoughts and actually removed everybody from having their 2 cents worth as to where you should be going and what you should be doing. And what that's allowed you to do is be able to see, to have eyes in the back of your head, to be able to see. It's giving you, or it's given you, your wings to fly. It's giving you your freedom. Okay, some Scrabble tiles in here, letters and numbers. I'm going to give it a shake. It does make a little bit of noise. If you have hearing sensitivity, just turn your volume down. So I'm going to count to 3 and then I'm going to give it a shake. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I just saw a U in there. Okay, so we've got a T and a 1, an M and a 3, a C and a 3, a B and a 3, a D and a 2, W and a 4, an X and an 8, a H and a 4, a K and a 5, an E and a 1, an A and a 1, a Q, ask questions, a V and a 4, an I and a 1, a J and an 8, an N and a 1, and an O and a 1. Okay, I'm going to get you 3 final cards. Anything else we need to know? Nine of Pentacles, that's a card of freedom. That's my Mother Mary card. Free, single, independent, free. And look, again, the Three of Wands. It's a new beginning. This is new horizons. This is looking out at the world and going, right, this is where I want to go. I'm not going to be held back any longer. Yeah, and again, the King of Wands. Solid, stable. Divine masculine energy, not gender specific, but making a stand. This guy in this tarot deck makes a stand. He walks away. This guy walks away from an employer that's keeping him trapped because he can't see a future where it's not dictated by somebody else. And that's not what he wants for himself, so he's walking away. But again, play that all across society. Who in your life are you walking away from? Because they are trying to dictate the narrative. The Nine of Cups on the bottom. If you walk away, this is what you get. That's wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is Jupiter in Pisces. So that's that Wheel of Fortune energy. The Wheel of Fortune. But Pisces is about spirituality. It's about the dream. What is it that is your dream? And that's what's on offer for you. The Emperor, take charge. What wants to, yeah, the World. Look at that. I'm going to put those there because that wanted to split. So this is about taking charge, ending a cycle that you're in, taking charge to walk towards your freedom and the Nine of Cups. That's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you all the best on this journey. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If the reading resonated with you, please give it a like. Thanks again, and I'll see you in another reading.